Welcome to Actframework. In this video, we are going to introduce Act support and creating RESTful service. We will walk through the following features: routing, parameter binding in both JSON and form encode, and generating response. Okay, before we start, we need to create an example app that demonstrates RESTful URL design and optionally implement the URL validation based on the regular expression. Right, now let's start from our Hello World project. I make a project root. And then I will start IntelliJ. Okay, I import the project we have just created. Just a barely Hello World project. And let's call it REST. Okay, now let's first create our resource, and suppose this is going to be a user. We want to create a user class. And this is a user entity, and we want to keep it in the database, so we got to import our plugin. Okay, import our Mafia plugin. And we say this extends the okay. And we say the user got a name, and email, and then address. Let's create a user address. address data. This is a very simple address. We just got the street and the suburb. Make it implement a simple bin. And then here we go. Now we create a user service. And we make the service extends Morphia DL user. Okay, now let's create some endpoints to access the user resource. So the first one will be list. And we say this is a get action user. And we want to see the specific user. User ID. And then the next one, we want to create a user. Save user. So create should be a post action. And delete. So obviously this should be ID. Okay, now we gotta get post and delete, and now we add an update. So update, we say we have some kind of map properties. Updated properties, return save user. So this will be a put action. Okay. Now let's try it. Let's try to run the application. Okay, the application has been started, and I'll just use Postman to check it. So our user service got an endpoint and user, and let's try it. We've got nothing, and we'll try to find any user bad request. Good, because this is not a correct user ID. Okay, and let's create a new user. In my head, it will be accept application JSON, and the content type will be application JSON, and my body will be a user. So what do we have for user? A user got a name, email, and address. So name, address. Address is going to be an object. In address we have a street and a suburb. So I'll just put out whatever I in my mind for the moment. Now let's try to send it, and it give me the user. Now I have the user ID and the email and the address. Okay, now let's just use this one to get the user. Give me a user, and it just used toString. But if I said I just accept application JSON and try again, it'll give me a JSON. Alright. Now we still have a create, we have show, and let's try the list and HTTP. Just get all users. It'll give me an iterator. Again, I need to set my accept header as a application JSON. Good. Give me the list of users, and then let's try delete. Let's try update. So I want to update the user. So and I just want to update this user. So my accept is application JSON, and my content type is application JSON, and my body, I want to say, now I want to change my email to green@rhythmengine.org, and my address, I want to change it to somewhere else, street, Premier Street. Good. Bad request. How do I get that one? Okay. Let's try update email first, and maybe I got an email. I got my email updated. That's cool, but I cannot update my cursively update my address. This is a bug. I need to raise a bug. Okay, but for now, let's just ignore it. So this is about RESTful URL design, and let's try some regular expression validation. Think about my user. I need a public string, actually int employee ID, and then I want to update my user. Good, now my employee ID got a 333, and I want to create a new endpoint. Say I just want to show by employee ID. Turn find when by and this time I say get action user. So this will be employee ID. And now I want to regulate this. I want to say this has to be some kind of a regular expression. It's going to be must be number to get that. And let's try it. So I just copy this. Let's see. This one will be employee ID 333. Do I have some? No. Or yes? No. No value returned. Okay, so the first thing I need to say, I accept application JSON. Okay. So I got a 404 and no value returned. Let's set a breakpoint here and try to check it. That is not correct. So maybe it will be this. Yeah, so that's the correct syntax. So you say I got an ID and my regular expression is 129 plus, and it will give me the correct answer. But what if I say this and give me a bad request, and I put my breakpoint here, and it would never hit that breakpoint because your URL path variable is not an integer. It doesn't comply with the regular expression. Okay, so this is about a regular expression validation. Okay. And now let's go here, and I want to say parameter binding. So first of all, we can encode the parameter in any kind of forms, given your content type matches that form. So previously we have shown the JSON form. Now let's try the form data. Actually, we want to try the URL encode because we don't have the multi-part file upload. So I just try the form. This time I'm going to create a new user, and I'm going to do this. So how do we encode that? So this time the content type is form URL encoded. So first of all, let's see our create user. I got a variable named user, so I use that one as my base. So I say user dot name equals to Joe Sincoda, and user dot email equals to Joe at Actframework.org, and user dot address dot street equals to maybe it's George Street. User dot address dot suburb is Sydney. And let's try it. Yeah, it gives me the correct answer. I got a name, I got address, I got email, and if I want to say, yeah, I want to use the PHP style, just do it. So it's Mac Chris. So this time I'm going to use the PHP style to encode my form data. So King Street, Kingsford. Okay, let's try it. Boom! It can correctly interpret my key encoded in PHP style, or let's say jQuery style. So this is about the parameter encoding. And then value binding. We have already seen how we can bind to the module. And let's try some simple type and collection type. Okay, let's just create some simple interface to test our binding. Let's just say I want to bind to a byte. Test byte, 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 value, turn value. Let's try post action, binding byte. Or I want to create a new class, binding test bed, and I say, please, all my endpoints start with binding here. And I'll move this one to here. Make sure we don't have the binding and we don't have the slash. So So let's try byte. So it's binding byte, but it's post. And my body is venue 32. Give me 32, which is correct. If I put in the big stuff, then I'm going to be in trouble. So venue out of range, that's expected. And let's try some, maybe I will try enum. Public enum color. So go to R, G, and B. Color, test enum, color binding. Let's name it val anyway. Post action. So it's enum turn val. So it's going to be an enum, and my value will be R. That's correct. But if I put in whatever stuff, I'll get bad request because no enum constant found. Okay. And let's try map of enum. I just say I want to return object. Test map. Map. String. Color. Colors. Turn colors. Post action. Map. So let's try map. And how do we call the value? So I say value A equals to R, value B equals to G, value C equals to B. Try it. No, not at all. So, that's the problem. So I gotta say, this is a val. This is not colors. Oh, that's correct. I got A, B, C, and corresponding to my enum. And let's try to do some. Again, I just put it as object. I'll say this is an int array val. Just return val. Post action array. So array, and just remove them. I see. Val 0 equals to 1. Val 1 equals to 3. And just go. Giving me the array, but I want to say I want to accept application JSON. Try again. That's correct. And actually, can I say .2 3? Yeah. And I want to say this. 4. No, it won't work. So when you say int array, you have to put in your array index here. Might say array 5. Server error. So this is now, but what if I say integer? Go. That's correct. Okay. Right. So this is about value binding. We have tried some of the simple types, including byte and enum, and we tried the map. We tried the collection. We haven't tried collection. We tried array, but try collection is fairly easy. We just say copy this. I just say list. 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 Pretty much give me the same thing. So we have tested the sample type, map, collection, array, and we have done a lot of POJO. And now value binding can not only happen on the parameter, it can also happen on the fields of your controller. Let's try it. Let's say I got a field, private string nonce. Okay. And then when I say nonce equals to some very strange simple I want to say t2 now and nonce. See how it goes. Yeah, so the first one is that list and the second one is the nonce, which is corresponding to that. So the nonce is actually not bind to our parameter, it's bind to our field. But what if you don't want to bind? You can say no bind. Sorry, no bind. And try again. Now I have only one stuff. So you can bind, or you can specify it as no bind. So that's say Actframework support bind to parameter or fields. Okay, so the last piece of this page is about a dependency injection. We can specify dependency injection into fields or parameters. Okay. Think about I want to say I want to have an action context, and then I say inject. And now I'm not saying return that, I say context request .url. You want to check that and give it. So the result is a binding list. Or what you can do is I don't know if I can just ignore the injects. So just try it. No, I have to put the inject here. But I guess I don't need the inject in the, if I put it into the parameters. So I say action, context, like here. Oh, come on. Where are you going? I guess I probably want to restart. That's no cool. Go here. Okay. So it looks like I got an issue with here. What if I say action context here? Right. Just the object. Context. We're going to get the same error. Enon. I think it's Enon. That would be cool. Ah, it's sorry. It's not that issue. It's because we have overloaded the action handler method. What I need to do here is rename it. And now we say list. Yeah, that works. So you cannot have two action handler method name be the same. It doesn't support the overload of the action handler method. Cool. And what else? So I can inject do dependency injection to fields or parameters. And let's say if I got a application defined action context inject. Now I want to define some certain service. So this is going to be a service. And I want to create an implementation of that service. I say full service imp. And it will implement full service. And I have to override foo. I say return bar. And I say I want to inject that. Okay. Full service. Inject. Don't need that anymore. I say, give me a foo. I'm pretty sure I got some 500 error. That's correct. 500. So the error is cannot instantiate the interface. So what's wrong? Because we haven't bind it. I got a simple way to bind that. I say extends module. And I configure that. I say bind foo service. No. Service to actually to this. And let's try it. Yeah, now I got it. So this is the first way to bind. What's the second way? Is I don't implement any module. I say this is auto bind. Try it. Works as expected. Or you probably don't want to use auto bind. There's a third way to bind that. Extends act provider. Full service. Get. Return this. Try that. Same. So this is the three way to bind, to implement bind in Actframework. And let's come back. I can bind the full service here. I can also bind the full service here, and I don't need the injection. I just say full service. And this time I do some full. Go. Correct. So this is about your dependency injection in your action handler. You can just inject as much as you want. I can inject my action context. Given that injection has been bound in Actframework. So full context session ID trade. Yeah. Or you can find a lot of other things. You can find a session. So in Act, this is called H session. And then I don't need the session, I just say session. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. All right. Okay, so now response. Response is content negotiated. So as we have already seen that before, if I say my accept is not this, I'll see I create another accept. I say this is text HTML, and I disable that. You give me this, which is the toString of the tuple. Yeah. If I switch, you give me this. So this is a content negotiation. But I can specify media type in my application. I say produce media type dot JSON. Now, even if I am on text HTML, I still get my JSON. Because my application says I produce JSON. And the last thing I want to go through is data view. So now come back to our user. I'm going to get my user. Now, think about it in a certain scenario. I just want to see the name and the email, and I want to forget everything else. How do I do? Usually you want to create a data transfer object detail to wrap the information you want. But this is not a nice way because I don't want additional classes, and I don't want one additional class for every one new view. So what I want to do here is I want to say show. When I show that, I say property spec name and email. Go. Name and email. Or I want to take address out. Go. No address, but everything else. Or I want to say take the suburb out. Go. That's not cool. I still got the suburb. Because of my typo. Go. Now I don't have suburb. Or I say I just want a suburb. How do I? Now you just get your suburb. And I can even say as address. Go. No? Probably not this. I think it's that is used for CLI, the command line interface, not working for the JSON request. So my practice is usually I want to define two views. Define a string view list or view brief. Let's say name, email. Final string view detail minus version. And in the list I say view list, and in the detail view I say view detail. Let's just try it. Detail. I'll take the version out. Sorry. Yeah, take that version out. And then go to my list. I should have only list view, name and email. So what's wrong here? I guess I need to submit an issue to myself. Minus name. No, it doesn't work. That list view is broken. Okay, anyway. So I'll get this bug fixed. Okay, so this is the data view, and we show you how easy it is to control what kind of data you want to view or you want to send to the front end. Right, so this concludes the video course. Thank you very much.